Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha, and on this channel I talk about my debt-free and savings journey. How are you all doing today? I hope you're well. So in this week's video, this is going to be my budget with me video for my February paycheck. So I do all my budgeting on a software called YNAB, which is You Need a Budget, which is what you're seeing on your screens right now. So with YNAB, it's available as a desktop version, so that's what I'm currently using. They also have an app as well that I have on my phone that I use. So with YNAB, you basically budget money that you physically have in your account. It's not forecasting on money that you may get paid in the future. It's actually money that you have. So every time I get paid or every time any money comes into my account, I go into YNAB and I budget my money straight away. So this is what YNAB looks like, and this is my month ahead, which I haven't funded. So you can see money up here that says ready to assign. This is my pay that's hit my bank. This is my bank account right now. So the money is now available for me to assign into the different categories that I have. So the first one that I have is bills. And the way I do it is that I fund, because I'm not a month ahead yet, I fund all my bills up until my next payday. So that's basically, I look at, right, what do I want money to do until I next get paid? What do I need to pay for until I next get paid? So I need to fully fund my gas and electric. So there's a button here that says underfunded. So with each category that you create, you can assign a target. So I've assigned a spending target to say every month I'm going to spend £22 on Virgin Media. So YNAB then says, okay, you're underfunded by £22, so you need to add £22. So you can enter the money in or just use the underfunded. So that's that. And then I need to fund my water because that's still to come out, and my life insurance. So as I'm funding money into the different categories, the balance is getting low here. So that's bills done for this month. All my monthly subscriptions are fine for this month. Debt payment, this one needs to get covered for that for this month. So I currently have a free trial of Monza Plus, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep it or not. So I'll put £5 in case I do want to keep running it. My yearly subscriptions, my next one's not till May. So let's put £50 into that. So adulting, this is where I have like my groceries, my gas, my gifts, parking. But at the moment I currently am cash stuffing, so I don't fund any of these categories. And if I do spend money on them by card, I tend to use my credit card, and then I'll deposit the cash back into my bank, and that's when I'll come in and assign the money in there. So nothing for that. Splurge is spending. So again, splurge is, so all these categories I have here, I'm currently cash stuffing. So I've got the money in cash, and I've done a bit of spending on my credit card. So because I didn't have enough money assigned and I spent on my credit card, YNAB basically shows this in yellow to say, okay, you've got some overspending that's happened here. And you can see, looking at the progress bar, it's all green and then red. So red is basically all my overspending. So I've got money that I need to take out of my cash binders and stuff back into the bank, and then once that money is deposited, I'll come in and cover all this overspending. Not funding Ibiza this month. For my laser hair, this is where I keep my appointments, so I know how much to fund. So the next one I need to be funding is my June appointment. So I'll put 50 in that. Dating, again, this is coming out from money that's currently available in my cash binder, so I'm not funding any of that. And then I have car maintenance. So car ownership is basically like a sinking fund for my car. So I do want to fund, not £60, I do want to fund my MOT and breakdown. So as well with YNAB, you can set spending targets by year. So I've said, right, I need £60 by the 6th of October to cover my MOT. And then it basically every month tells me how much money I need to put in. And same thing with my breakdown cover. I've said I need £60 by the 1st of November. So it's telling me that to reach that goal by that date, I need to put in £6, which is what I've done. So I really like using YNAB for that. It's really great that I don't have to think about how much money to be putting in every month. My sinking funds is currently in my cash binder, so that's fine. And then so my penny challenge, so it says so I'm starting this, and for the week, not for the week, for the month, it's £4.06 to cover 4 weeks. And then I'm also doing a 2p challenge, which if I do that by 2, and a 5p challenge. So I'll mark all of these off once I come to do my cash stuffing, because I have a tracker for these. So there's the next 4 weeks. So that's basically my penny challenge done for the month. And that is all that I wanted to cover for the month of February. And then I'm going to move on to March. So in March, I need to cover these bills that are happening before I next get paid. So my phone, my internet, my holiday, my insurance for the washing machine, because I've recently had to replace that. Is it asking me? Yeah, so that's 7. Then my gym membership, and then this will all get covered with my March paycheck, and then monthly subscriptions, 39 for my Peloton, 17 for Spotify, 7 for my iCloud, and then £6 for Passionflix. And then I have my Peloton tread, as well as my bike that need to get covered before my next pay. And that is it that I want to cover with this pay. And then the rest, it'll be the March. Oh, okay, so this comes out on the 2nd, so I need to cover £25 for that. And then I haven't got the bill for that yet, so I don't know how much that will be. And then those two come out with my next pay, so that's fine. So that's everything that I need to cover for March until I get paid again in March. So I'll go back into February. So I still have £1,552 left to stuff. So I'll come to my cash stuffing. So this is where I'm putting the money that I need to withdraw for my cash stuffing for the month. So I know I need to do 240, and one of my binders I need 205, and then I need that for my challenges, and 400 for my weekly spending. So this is I need to withdraw 1,357. That's to cover all my cash stuffing for the month. I'll add 3 so that it's an even number. Okay, so that still leaves me with £192.21 to assign. So I think, what am I going to do? Should I add? We'll make this £100. My buffer, so 79.80. And I love the fact that I can do calculations in YNAB. So yeah, so that makes my account buffer £100. That still leaves me with 172. So what I'm going to do is actually put an extra 170 in here to cash stuff into my challenges, and then this £2.09, I'll put that into buffer. So now we have 0. That means all of my money has been assigned. And I know exactly how much I'm going to be withdrawing from my bank to cash stuff for the month. And then I also know that all my bills that I have coming until my next pay, they're all covered. So I don't have to worry about anything. So that is all. Yeah, that's me budgeted for the month. So yeah, so if anyone has any questions about YNAB and how you use it or anything like that, like feel free to add comments, and I'll reply. I absolutely love the software. You can get a 34-day free trial in YNAB, and if you use my link, and if you do end up signing up, on top of, once you've done with the 34-day free trial, if you do end up signing up to YNAB, we'll both get a month's free. And yeah, and YNAB is great. And I also have like my debts in here, so that's like my loans, and I really like the way YNAB handles the loans, and I can see like when I'm projected to pay it off, and make, if I make any additional payments, I can see how early that it'll bring me, and it tracks everything, all my payments that I make, it's all tracked in there. So yeah, I absolutely love YNAB as a budgeting software, and it's very different to other budgeting tools that I've used, because other budgeting tools, you forecast on the money that you'd be forecasting, or when I get paid in February, this is how I want my budget to go. And then I like the fact that in YNAB I budget what I've been paid, what's actually in my bank account, and I can reconcile those transactions. So I can see, for example, I have a pot in my Monzo account for all my bills come out. So because I've budgeted for the February, I can go into March and see that my bills pot needs to have £372.53. It currently has £76.28. So I can then go into my Monzo account, move money so that the bills pot matches what is in here, just because I just like to keep that separately, and knowing that all my bills will come out of basically one pot. So yeah, and you can add as many bank accounts as you want. You can add as many, like, so for example, I have Starling and a nationwide account, and I have another account with NatWest. I don't link all my accounts in here. I only link the ones that I'm spending out of. But yeah, you can have as many accounts as you want on here. Like when I first started, everything was coming out of one account, and it was fine, because again, I have my categories telling me the money in my account is assigned for what, and when I do any spending, I look at the app to see how much money do I have available to spend. But I do track my cash stuffing in YNAB, because you can create multiple budgets. So I created a budget for my cash envelopes, and this is where I track all my cash. So I know exactly by just looking at YNAB that I currently have £2,447 in cash. And then what I've done is just look at my envelopes and then write how much money is in each envelope. So every time I do a cash stuffing, I basically take that money, put it in to ready to assign up at the top, and then I just add the money and assign the money. And then of course it shows me the amount of money that's available, and if I need to send money back to the bank, I do it here. So for example, the 1,000 that I took out of my 4K dice challenge is sitting here, so I need to deposit that money back to the bank. So I moved it from my 4K challenge and I put it into back to bank. And then I've got money from my other sinking challenges that I also need to put back to the bank. So I'll just move that money from these categories into back to bank, and then I'll physically take the cash out of my cash envelopes and take it to the bank. So that's how I track my cash envelopes and what's available. I do it all in YNAB, just because I've been using this budgeting software for 2 years now. So I just track it all in YNAB, and it's just easy to see how much money, and I can set targets, and for especially for those for the challenges that I'm doing, I can set like, oh, I'm doing a challenge to save £150, and I currently have £20 in there, so I know I still have £130 to go, so I don't always need to count the cash that's in my cash envelopes, because as I'm assigning money every week, it all gets added in here and I can see exactly how much I have. So yeah, so that is YNAB, and yeah, this was my budget with me. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will respond. And if you want me to go into more depth of how to use YNAB, like let me know and I can do a separate video showing how you use YNAB and how you can set up your budget and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.